This golf course review today is brought to you by Rumblin' Tumblers. What's Rumblin' Tumblers? Well, I thought you'd never ask. If you've noticed in some of my videos, especially when I'm reviewing, I'm drinking out of this mug right here that looks like it's made out of solid oak wood. But it's not. It's actually a metal tumbler. And what Rumblin' Tumblers does is they take tumblers and they will customize them to your specs, to your liking, whatever color, whatever picture, whatever word you want on it. They've got a bunch of different types of designs, and yes, they do come with the lids. You could put pictures, you could put sayings, you could put happy birthday greetings, you can even make them to go with your golf bag, which I think would be a great idea now that I think about it. Guys, if you're interested in getting one of these tumblers, go to facebook.com/rumblintumblers. Everything is down below in the description. $25 will get you a high quality, glossy, very well, carefully made tumbler that can hold hot and cold liquids, and it can be delivered right to your doorstep. Go check it out, guys. Rumblin' Tumblers on Facebook. Let's get to the review. What's up, guys? Chris with CT Golf Reviews. Here we are at Minor Hills Golf Course in Middletown, Connecticut. Let's get out there. Alright, nice little Evo right there. I like that. Thing is freaking clean. Minor Hills is an executive 9-hole course in Middletown, Connecticut. I would assume it's family owned. If it's not, I'm obviously going to have the accurate description and the details below. No par 5s, a few par 4s, mostly par 3s. And it's a really interesting course if you want to practice your short game and your mid-iron shots. Oh, this is fantastic. As soon as I get to the second hole, I get a shower. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of that lie, but I can make it work. That was completely anticlimactic. Oh boy, found the cart path! Just in case you're wondering, no, I don't believe in dropping it on the grass. I play it where it lies. So if it's on a cart path, I play it from a cart path. Alright, this is either going to go one of three ways. It's either going to bounce off this tree, go that way, hit the camera, or go straight. And I'm hoping it goes straight. Not even the other cart path. I'm down on a freaking hill. So, update with the round so far. I'm having a really good time, really enjoying myself. The par 3s here, because it's an executive course, the par 4s are a little bit shorter, but the par 3s are pretty long. I mean, we're talking like 3-iron and 3-wood, you know. I haven't had to pull reliable out yet, but I might have to pretty soon. I'm not sure yet. I've been trying to work with my irons. I wish I knew about this course sooner, because it's like a hidden gem. I had no idea it existed. I found it on the Golf Now app and got a really good deal for it. But I kind of regret not finding out about this place sooner because it's actually a pretty decent course. Yeah, let's see how the rest of the round goes. Birdie attempt. Well, I'm about to tee off on the final hole here at Miner Hills Golf Course. Before I do, I want to say thank you very much for watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, get the notifications whenever I put a new video up. You'll be notified. Hit like, hit share, whatever you got to do to get the video out there. That rhymed. That rhymed. I like that. Let's finish this round up. Well guys, that wraps it up for Miner Hills Golf Course here in Middletown, Connecticut. Time to go and do the review. Alright guys, let's get into the review from Miner Hills Golf Course in Middletown, Connecticut. First off, I want to give a big shout out Rumblin' Tumblers. Get your customized tumbler today, starting at $25 at facebook.com/rumblingtumblers. What can I say about this course? It is a hidden gem in the state of Connecticut. I had no idea it existed until I booked it on Golf Now and I actually had to Google where this course was because I had never heard of it. I knew about Hunters in Meriden, which is about 2 miles down the road. I'll tell you right now, pleasant surprise. Absolutely thoroughly impressed. I got a lot of good things to say, but I also had to consider how I was going to do this review. The course is an executive course, which means it's a lot smaller. But it's not a par 3 course because it's got par 4s, but it's not a full course because there's no par 5s. You see what I'm getting at? So I had to figure out how I would rate this and where I could classify this. So what I did is usually when I rate my courses, I'll add up, you know, for scenery, staff, layout, difficulty, I'll add up the numbers that I give it, get the total, divide by 4, give or take a point or half a point or whatever, and that's the final score. I actually added a few points to this because I felt that it deserves it. Because I want to classify this as a full course, but I don't want to classify it as a par 3. Another thing I want to say too, I was talking to the woman that was in the pro shop. Her name was Donna. She was absolutely fantastic. I'm going to get into the staff first before I say that. She was telling me that they don't really have a social media presence. They have social media, they do have a Facebook page, but they don't really maintain it or run it. So I'm hoping that this gets to you. I'm hoping that somebody at the course sees this review and other people see this review so they can play at your course. Let's get into staff. Staff, I'm going to give a 7. Donna in the front at the pro shop was amazing. She got me taken care of. She got me really quickly ready for my round. But I also had a little bit of a conversation with her. She's a very nice woman. Seemed to be really pleasant, you know, seemed to want to be there. As the first person that you deal with when you get to the course, I was really impressed with her. I thought that, you know, she was very professional. I feel like that's how she treats everyone, and she just seemed really easy to get along with. The guy that was on the little mower buffer green thing that was kind of like he was like following me around, or I was following him around. That's why there was so much background noise, is because there was a mower behind me. But that guy was really cool too. He was kind of giving me pointers on how to hit the greens with the hole placement and everything. And he offered me a couple of times to take the flag out, and I told him, nope, don't worry about it. You know, worry about what you've got to do. I don't want to get in your way. And he was really cool. The two maintenance guys that were on the 9th hole, who were kind of encouraging my my putt up the hill next to the green, they were really nice too. So I've got nothing bad to say about the people at the course. That's why I'm going to give them a 7. Layout, I'm going to give a 5. It would have gotten a 6 if I didn't get lost. At first, when I got past the first hole, I went up, and the way that the course is laid out, you get past the first hole, and the second hole goes up the hill a little bit, but it shoots down the hill. I didn't know that. I ended up going across the street because I thought that was the hole, when that's really the 8th hole, and the 9th hole is also across the little driveway. But I was able to find it. The layout also has full cart paths all the way around the course. They don't want you driving on the grass. They don't even want a 90-degree rule. So they have strict cart path rules there. I like cart paths, so that gave them a point. I feel like maybe you could have like a sign after each hole that says, hey, you know, this way to go to hole 2, this way to go to hole 3, this way to go to the back tees, this way to go to the front tees. Like, there is a map on the scorecard, but I feel like, you know, maybe, you know, people are sometimes going to have the scorecard attached to the wheel on the cart. They're not really going to look at that. So, you know, just little reminders. Otherwise, there's no dog legs. I felt like I was really comfortable with my shots. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, some of them were narrow. There's a lot of trees, and it's carved into a mountain, so you're like hitting on the sides of hills and stuff. But it's not a bad little layout. I was really impressed. The 8th hole has the smallest green I've ever been on. I kid you not, it's smaller than my kitchen, and that's not big. That's really all I gotta say about it. The layout's a pretty basic layout, but it's fun and it's easy to follow, so I give it a 5. Scenery, I'm going to give a 6. You get this great view when you're on the 2nd hole looking down into the bottom of the hill with the rest of the course. You've got the trees that are around you, and you've got these really scenic openings that you can see from the cart path and from some of the fairways, where it kind of like opens up and like there's the green right there. I don't know really how to describe it. It was like, it's elegant. There we go. That's the word I'm looking. It was really elegant in some spots. I feel like when I got there, I was looking around, I was like, wow, there's really not a lot of things to film here, as opposed to, like, you know, shots and everything, because everything's like so hidden in the trees. So I got a little worried. But they have flowers planted around the cart paths and some of the tee boxes, and they're very, very clean. I'm going to tell you that right now. Even the porta potty was clean, and that's saying something. But they made sure that the cart paths looked really nice. They made sure that the greens looked really nice. The sand is well manicured. The trees that are around the hills and that run along the fairways are really nice. And then you've got the hill itself where you can actually place some of your shots off of, and it helps you to do really cool like trick shot type things. It actually came into my advantage at one point. There's no water, but it doesn't really matter. I feel like it's one of those courses where it really doesn't need water. It looks good for what it is. It looks good for what they had to build with and build around. So that's why I'm going to give Scenery a 7. Difficulty was easy. I'm going to give it a 4. Difficulty was... the course isn't hard. The course is really not difficult at all. The greens aren't bad, the fairways aren't bad for what fairways there are, because of the fact that there's a lot of par 3s. It's mainly tee box and green. Otherwise, the fairways that were there that you play off of, they're very nicely groomed. The rough isn't too bad. The cart paths are clean. The all-around, like, playability of the course, I feel, and this is a big part, I didn't feel like I had to overthink any shots. I didn't feel like I had to curve too many shots. I didn't feel like I had to pop up too many shots, even though one of the flop shots that I had made went clear over a 30 or 40 foot tree, and I felt really accomplished because it went right there on the green, and I think that was the hole that I managed to miss a par putt on. and just tapped it in. But it's not difficult. You don't have to worry about slicing and hitting something. You don't have to worry about, you know, losing your ball in, like 10 feet of grass. It's not a difficult maneuvering course. Very great for your mid-irons, for your short game. If you want to bring a beginner there, that's awesome too. There was a kid who was learning how to play who was playing in front of me and the two people that I was playing with, which, by the way, shout out to Bob and Cynthia, who are from Madison, Connecticut. You guys were awesome. I really liked you. I hope I get to see you again. I hope you see the channel. I didn't get them on camera, though. So, difficulty is going to get a 4. My overall score for Minor Hills Golf Course in Middletown, Connecticut is going to be a 6.5. Great course, hidden gem in Connecticut. More people need to play here. More people need to discover this place. I feel like it would be a must play on a lot of people's list because of the fact it's easy and it's nice, and it's one of those things where you go there and you're playing and you're not even thinking about playing. You're just thinking about having a good time, and I got a really good vibe off of the place. I want to say really quickly, shout out once again to Rumblin' Tumblers on Facebook. Get your customized tumbler. If you like the video, hit subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications when I am putting something up. I'm doing golf course reviews every Saturday. I used to do it every Wednesday and Saturday, but now that it's going to start getting a little colder, I want to start building up on videos and then releasing them every Saturday so I have content for when I can't get out and play. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm Chris with CT Golf Reviews. I will see you in the next review.